excellence. Refined chocolate pleasure. Lindt, Master Swiss Chocolatiers.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, have you always wished that you could bake the most amazing chocolate cake? A cake that is moist and filled with chocolatey perfection? Well, sit tight, Mzansi, because today is your lucky day. We have Lindt Master Chocolatier Dimo Simatos in the loft, and he's going to teach us the A to Z of chocolate cake making, from mixing the batter to making the ganache to sharing decorating tips. But there is more, South Africa. Stay tuned, as we're also giving away not just one, but two 1,000 Rand Lindt Excellence hampers to two lucky viewers. So hang tight for all of those competition rules. But again, we welcome him back to the loft. Welcome back, Dimo.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yay. Yeah, exactly. I love Umi's energy. A round of applause. I love the fact that you're back, and you're back because you've got something different for us. Something moist, something chocolatey, something perfect.
Yeah, so we're going to do a Lindt dark chocolate cake, and I'm going to take you through the steps. You'll see it's super easy. It's all done in one saucepan, so everyone can make it.
So what's this first step? How do we get into it, and what ingredients do we need to make this?
Okay, so first step is if everyone can grab a saucepan of hot water.
Thank you.
So, Dimo, we've just heated this up a little bit, this water.
So just to run through the ingredients for you, this is what we refer to as a hot water method.
Okay.
So we're using a base of hot liquid. Now, we're using water, but you could use milk, you could use raspberry pulp. And to this hot water base, we're going to add our butter.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, the butter can be changed out for any other type of fat. So you can add oil if you wanted to, coconut fat.
So obviously
olive oil
doesn't release flavor, like, so not olive oil because it's already got its own.
Well, unless you really want to get that olive oil flavor coming through. At this stage, just use your whisk to dissolve everything out.
But guys, I see all this Lindt Excellence in front of me. It's like the finest dark chocolate ever. And I just want to taste it
And you know what
before we start cooking.
What I love about this Excellence range myself, Wena Anele, is the fact that they have found the perfect way to mix sweet and savory flavors together in the perfect blend. I mean, talk about taking intense dark chocolate to the very next level.
I know, and it's got that nice, it's a creamy taste. And then a beautiful sweet aftertaste. It is absolutely divine.
So, Chef Dimo, is this part of our key ingredients, the star ingredients in the mix?
Right, so a lot of chocolate products, they have just cocoa powder to flavor them, color them. What we've tried to do with this is actually use our Lindt Excellence, our 70%, to give it intensity of flavor and color.
Love that.
So you can pick your favorite Excellence, and you can change it up. Intense, orange intense or mint intense, and obviously the flavor will come through.
Perfect.
So next step is taking our Excellence, breaking it up into pieces and just dropping it straight into the hot water butter.
Small piece.
You mentioned something very interesting. You mentioned the fact that you could use any of the flavors. And I mean, we've got the orange intense, which is by far my favorite. Meaning you could also make it a very citrusy chocolate cake where you could even add some orange zest.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to intensify that flavor, you can infuse flavor into the liquid. So maybe you can put your zest or peel of orange, let it infuse, and then kind of pull it out.
I love that.
So that liquid base, really think of it as a kind of a portal to intensifying flavor.
Yeah.
At this stage, you need to keep stirring until your chocolate totally dissolves. So I'm hoping you have enough heat there. If not, we're going to have to pop it back on the heat. And just dissolve that out. So what you want to land up with is a nice chocolate liquid.
Okay. And how thick is your liquid, Chef, if I can just see?
No, it's going to be a runny, almost like a hot chocolate mixture.
I just want to put mine on a bit.
I also think mine needs.
Yeah, a little bit on again because it needs the chocolate. Well, you keep your eyes on. So Lindt is perfect for baking. It's like the perfect chocolate for baking. But guys, I enjoy it on its own the best. I want it on my own with a little bit of coffee on the side and my little dark chocolate.
Sorry, can I have some? Because I'm looking at this and I see you guys. Can I just have a bit?
Please taste it. Please taste it.
This is my favorite. South Africa, should you want to send me a gift pack with anything, make sure there is Lindt Orange Intense inside. Make me your favorite person. And okay, I'm done.
So how did you get to melt that all out without putting it back on the heat?
She's a hot lady. Okay, mine is melted nicely. It looks like a ganache, but it's not a ganache. So, Chef, what do we do now?
All right, so you've got the base of water, butter, and chocolate that's made this kind of hot chocolate drink. Next step is breaking up your egg. So in this case, just use your little bamboo stick. Just break up the egg as if you were making scrambled eggs.
Okay.
This is the part where you really need to pay attention, because if you add all of your egg at once without whisking it in, you're going to create this chocolate scrambled egg.
Ooh.
So even though as appealing as that might sound, we want to drizzle it in while whisking.
Okay.
Okay.
It's already thickening up, Chef. That's what eggs does?
That's normal. So as you're adding your egg, it'll almost thicken up to a custard kind of consistency.
Oh, wow.
It'll lighten up in color slightly. Give it a good stir.
I want to show the camera what it looks like. It looks amazing.
Wow.
I'm going to try and do that.
Wow.
And even the colors change from being dark to more like a milky chocolate type color.
Yeah. So even though we've started with 70%, by the time we've added our sugar and our other ingredients like egg and flour and water, we lighten that up. So the intensity pulls through, but it becomes a nice, sweet, appealing cake for most people.
Now, what is in here, Chef? I see this is like a brownish color.
Okay, so this is our premix. And what we always suggest is place all your dry ingredients in a bowl.
Yes.
And mix it up with a little bit of a whisk, just to disperse all your baking powder, your bicarb, your flour. Okay. And what we do as a little bit of a trick is we add our sugar to the dry.
Okay. Why?
So the sugar helps break up the flour particles.
So it doesn't fall clunkies. It doesn't form like little lumps. Yes.
So when you add it all into your liquid, you want to start stirring. It breaks it up. Very super simple and easy. No lumps.
So genius.
Yeah. So when you're doing this, don't add a little at a time. Literally dump it all in at once.
Oh, I was actually about to ask that right now. Perfect.
Right. Give it a good mix. Make sure all of your dry is
from all those corners.
Absolutely.
At this stage, you should land up with a batter that's quite rich.
Oh, look at this.
It looks so good.
This is sexy. Oh, look at this. Oh.
You know, Chef Dimo, I'm ready to take your chef's hat and put it on my own crown, because this gets me excited. I can't wait until the finished product.
Okay. All right, we'll see after what your cake looks like.
Challenge accepted.
So once you've got your batter, this is where you can also elaborate and create your own by adding inclusions.
Okay.
So you can add more Lindt chocolate pieces in there. You can break it up to make a choc chip kind of effect. You can add your nuts if you want a texture. And then your batter needs to be put into something to be baked in.
Okay.
In this case, we're just using a round tin to make a single layer cake.
Okay.
Perfect.
And it is sprayed, I see. I can see
very
this.
well.
You must spray it very, very well. Can I use butter or anything else?
We're using a non-stick spray, an aerosol. And if you're opposed to that, you can always use a bit of soft butter that you'll rub it in.
Yes.
Whether you put flour or another layer of sugar, it's much of the same.
Yes.
But it has to be really well.
And on all the sides, not just at the bottom, because sometimes you spray just at the bottom.
No,
so this is
make
like
sure
the
it's
whole
up
thing.
The sides, in the corners. And we don't use any other lining like baking paper.
Yes.
We don't have an issue unmolding unless your tin is very well used and requires extra oiling.
Yes.
Then I would suggest using baking paper to line it. We're just going to get all of the batter out.
Okay.
So in this case, we're just really using gravity to push out most of the batter. Now, what we've noticed in our experience is most people will do something like this, where the last little bit will be smeared along the side of almost the lip of the tin.
Yes.
Now, what happens is when you put it in the oven, that's the first part that bakes. Crusts up, and then it'll keep your one side of your cake down. So if you really want to just avoid that, just push it out on reverse on your saucepan.
Okay. I always keep a little bit extra for that licking experience afterwards, because I love raw batter.
Me too.
Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's only filled halfway, right?
Yeah.
So because of our baking powder, our bicarb, that's reacting now with the hot base of the liquid and the cocoa powder and the chocolate, and it's going to start rising. So one thing you will notice is our baking temperature.
Yeah. At 180?
No, too high.
Oh.
Too high. You're going to create chocolate rusks or...
Okay. Oh, no, we don't want that.
So 140?
140, anywhere between 140 and 160.
Okay.
In the middle of the oven?
Yeah, in the middle of the oven, nice moderate heat, but slightly longer bake.
Okay.
That ensures the cake will rise up more evenly and it will retain moisture. And
how long does it bake then at 140?
So on this particular fudge cake recipe, it's quite a long bake. It's 35 minutes.
Okay.
And that's the test we've done in your normal domestic oven.
Oh, wow. So we know that it's signed, sealed, delivered. It's going to be baked to absolute perfection. Now, will this cake Does it promise to deliver of everything that you've listed?
Yeah, absolutely. It's moist, it's fudgy, it delivers intensity. We're using the Excellence 70%, so that's going to deliver flavor, but it's well balanced because the recipe does have sugar. So you're going to get that intensity and that melt in the mouth that Lindt delivers, but in a cake.
A little sweetness as well. Well, I can't wait as we go into part 2 of this deliciousness as we create the decoration and the ganache. But as promised, peeps, we're also giving away 2 1,000 Rand hampers of Lindt Excellence range of chocolates. To enter, hop over to our Facebook page and tell us which flavor of Lindt Excellence, 70% cocoa, 85% cocoa orange, mint or sea salt, you would love to try. T's and C's can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za.